Man, I actually had that like more recently than you thought. Like more like this is like after I'm talking about like after I got featured songs with everybody. You know, I kind of got to a point where I was like, man, fuck this shit. Like I'm not. This ain't making me the type of money that I want or shit like that. I was still passionate about it, but you know, as you get older, you got to be like, man, you got bills. Shit's come on. Them bills come on time every month. And I was getting to the point. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm like, because at the point I kind of wanted to sign a deal. You know, I was getting lost. Like I wanted to sign a deal. I'm like, man, I'm doing all this shit. You know, I met with all these people. I have all these relationships, but it's like I'm like this shit's not taking off for me the way I want. And I was just like, man, what the fuck? And that was like right before I released my last project. It was just called Black Balloon. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna put everything I got into this project. And then shit, if it work, then it work. And if it don't, it's God telling me that I need to do something else in my life. So like every dollar I had, you know, working at U-Haul and shit, like I say, I just put it all into this project. And that's the one that had Fab on it, Safari on it. You know, I got a lot of beats from Seasick on that project. And man, I dropped that project and like live mixtapes ended up picking it up. You know, Fab ended up posting it, Tank posted it, everybody started posting it. And then it's kind of when I started getting lit. And then it started bringing a lot of attention. And then so I started having these labels. I was getting managed by some guys from Atlantic. And everything started going good for me, and then to the point. But it still wasn't like great. But then it came to a point I was like, you know what? Let me get out this management situation. Let me get back to where I'm at, where I'm still kind of lit. And like more recently, like I say, about a couple, back in January, is when I really started like really getting back on my shit, being about the business with the music, learning like about my BMI and shit like that, distributing my own music, and I started getting to these Spotify playlists. And that's what started getting me lit. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would say like getting into the Spotify playlist started getting me lit. So I just really started going back to my roots and making music that I make. And then my shit started going crazy. So like right now I'm doing like crazy numbers, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just grateful for that. And it's the people I've been around. Like my engineer that I started with, which is CB Mix. He does all Young Chop stuff. He does, who else he does? He does Chief Keef shit. He does Dirk stuff now, but now he's like Lil Pump's main engineer. Like he's damn near lives with Pump, you know. And then even like Murder Beats. You know, you guys all know Murder Beats, right? Not to throw no shade towards him. I mean, we don't really talk too much now, but before he got on, like he came out to my crib, stayed in my crib for like 2 weeks, you know, on my couch. He was making beats. I was helping him sell beats to people. I think I sold one of my homies. He got like $1,500 for the beat. This is before he was popping. He knew he was fucking with the Migos, but that was really it. He wasn't on Drake's album yet. None of that shit. He's on my couch for like 2 weeks. That was the homie. You know, people get on and things change, and that's how the way the industry and the world goes. So I'm not throwing any shade towards them, but you know, I've been around a lot of people before they got to where they were at now. So like everybody used to come to my crib. Like G-Eazy used to come to my crib. Chop was my crib. Murder Beats was at my crib. This is right here, South Loop, right down the street. And I had a studio in there. Everybody come to my crib. So I've been like around a lot of people before they got to where they at. So that's kind of where I was like, that's the touch bases that kind of got me like feeling like, man, fuck this shit, because all these people I've been around that I've touched and did some shit with are fucking way up here now, and I'm still not at that plateau yet. So I was kind of getting frustrated. But more recently, like my time is coming. I can't really say too much about what's going on, but I got some shit trickling. And this is all true shit. Like they'll tell you this nigga was on my couch. Like I remember he called me and was just like, man, I'm trying to get on Drake's album, man. I'm sending beats over to him, but they sending the bitches right back. Like, nah, this ain't it. And then he caught that record, the one on, what was it? What album was that? Party Next Door is on the song with Drake. It was Murder Beat's first placement on Drake's album. And then from that, it was over with. He's lit. You know what I'm saying? Seasick. I've been working with Seasick for a minute. He's lit. Tory Lanez now. That's a whole other story, me and Tory Lanez. Like, if you look at my album cover, and I'll talk some shit about him. You look at my album cover from 2016, it's called Black Balloon. And you go look at Tory Lanez's album now, which is called Memories. I mean, I'm not gonna have to say shit. You're gonna just know what time it is.